Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I got this question that I'm not so serious about, but it's called "Why So Serious?" This is kind of interesting here. So it says, Mr. Sonmez, I have an issue. I'm extremely serious about everything. I have began to recognize it more here lately throughout my day, and it's miserable. When I get real serious, I start being more and more narcissistic. I think negatively about everyone, even my own family. As you can imagine, it's horrible. All this in contrast, when I'm not so serious, I'm happy and couldn't care less about how people look or how they act. A side effect of being so serious, I also put a lot of pressure on myself to perform with excellence and perfection. For the most part, I normally achieve it too, when compared to most people. Being serious helps me take advantage of some hardcore self-discipline. However, things have taken a turn. Since I've realized that I'm so serious and how stressful and miserable it makes me, I've been trying my best to get out of that mode whenever I can. In lieu of this, I've begun to not be serious at times when I begin to lose structure that I had when I was serious all the time. I haven't worked out, nor have I had a drive to work out. I haven't eaten right either, as opposed to when I was serious. I want to be able to force myself to do things that are hard, just like I'm able to when I'm really serious, but with all the stress and headache. It's so disabling being serious all the time. I'd really love to completely quit, and I know it's going to take time. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this and also what you think I could do whenever I got in that really serious mood to get out of it again. And this is from Connor. He says, P.S. I love your content. You're doing a great job. Well, thank you, Connor. Seriously, thank you. Anyway, so this is interesting. Okay, so Connor, here's what I would say that is going on with you. You have equated in your mind, you've created this rule for yourself, as probably Tony Robbins would say, that equates being serious with being disciplined and successful. And so you've got two modes you operate in. You operate in this mode where you're extremely serious and you're disciplined and successful, and you get things done, and you eat right, and you work out, and you focus, but you're also hypocritical and narcissistic, and you are negative, right? It's kind of associated. And you've got this other mode where you're not serious and you don't get stuff done, and you're lazy, and you let everything fall apart. And that's sort of an unhealthy association, and those things don't necessarily go together, right? You have equated this in your mind, but this does not make this truth. You can simply rewrite this rule and redefine what it means, right? So, I think that you probably have this fear that when you're not serious, you can't get work done and get stuff done. And that you just have to get rid of. You have to get rid of this idea. This is a limiting belief that you have that is telling you this, but you have to realize that this is not true. This is just some association. At some point in your history, you made this association. Probably what happened was that you recognize that you got good results at a time when you were really, really serious, and so now you've associated those things together. And so naturally, when you try to not be serious, you start to lose those results. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have some amount of seriousness, right? I mean, you shouldn't just take everything lightly. There are serious situations. I did this video, I think, on gravitas, right? And you should have some amount of gravitas, right? You should be able to, let people know when you're serious and not just joking around all the time. But at the same time, you got to let loose, and you got to not let things bother you so much. So I would say that, what you want to do is, first of all, you just want to think about times that you have been successful and you have been disciplined and you've gotten stuff done and you haven't been so serious, right? And taking things seriously and being serious or being stressed out and worried are not even necessarily the same thing. You can take something seriously, right? You can have fun doing something, but be disciplined about it, right? There's definitely ways to do that. Me, I'm a pretty disciplined person, right? I do a lot of work. I do a lot of things. Like I said, I fast until 5 every day. I work out for 2 hours a day, pretty much every single day, and I'm pretty strict with my work routine and what I do. But I take things very lightly, right? I don't try and control things that are outside of my influence. And sometimes that can lead to you being too serious or taking things too seriously, is if you're trying to control all these things in life that you don't have control over. So, I kind of tend to take this approach of, I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm going to control myself. I'm going to do what I can do. But, if stuff happens, I'm gonna let it roll off my back. I'm just gonna laugh about it. I'm gonna have a good time doing this, right? And when I need to get down to work, I'm gonna get down to work. And in that respect, I'm serious, but I'm not carrying that over to my personality, right? Not dealing with other people. If stuff happens, you gotta let stuff happen, right? You gotta be willing to accept, fate. However, whatever it deals you, you gotta say, okay, so this is how we're gonna play it. Okay, let's play it that way and roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying? That will allow you to reduce the seriousness, but still get the effectiveness of the work. But really, my big suggestion is that you just have in your head this mental association that says that seriousness means getting stuff done. And as soon as you can break that and realize that those two aren't necessarily equated, right? Those things, you've made this unnatural connection, and a lot of people make this connection. So, and again, I said the best way I still think that you can do this is to think of times when you were successful, when you were disciplined, and you weren't serious. Or look at people who are able to do that and model them, right? Look for people that achieve a lot, but do it in a very non-serious manner, right? I think one person that I would say is Richard Branson, right? He's an extremely successful entrepreneur, but look at him. Look at his personality. Look at what he looks like. Does this dude look serious, right? Have you seen him launch, when he launched Virgin Airlines and when he launches a new company, he does all kinds of spectacles and stuff. I mean, he gets stuff done. He works really hard, but he's not serious. He's jovial. He's having a good time. He's enjoying life while he's working hard and being disciplined. And so look for people like that and look for those examples. That's going to shatter that preconceived notion in your mind, right? And it's going to allow you to reform what you think about getting work done and being disciplined and not necessarily tie it with being serious. So anyway, great question. I seriously hope that you can stop being serious so much. But I do have something serious for you watching this. Seriously, you should seriously click the button below to subscribe, and you'll get some serious new videos where I'll talk in a serious manner about things that you should do in your life. All right, anyway, I'll talk to you next time. Take care.